I just minimized it. Alright, starting again. My memories of this part of my neighborhood are mostly just trick-or-treating, which we did well into our teens. These houses here, I'm not even sure if they were here at the time. It was probably woods. The back part of this. Heading towards more woods slash Marltonate. There's a trail here. I actually forgot about this portion of the woods. This was, I forgot we did stuff in here, but we did. We used to. It was thinner than this. It was like this. It's getting thicker over there. And we used to do fucking, I don't know what we did. Just running around making mischief back here. I just forgot about this portion of it. Again, looking towards Marltonate. Those houses, I don't think they were there. I'm remembering now. This is where I made, well, actually not right here, but near here. We'll get to that in a minute. Meanwhile, look at that. That is a big old gnarly lumparoo. Over in that direction, this is like the back. John and Carrie's neighborhood was over there, and this was another way through. Instead of coming through here through the woods, that was all out there in the clearing. That was all goldenrod. That's where, when I got terrible poison ivy, and then my mom thought it was goldenrod, I went through all that. It's about 50 yards from here. Coming from that way, it was above our heads, and I would walk and walk and walk back. And I didn't do that anymore, but it wasn't goldenrod, it was poison ivy. I heard a voice. Someone's back here with their dog or something. Some spooky branches and stuff. Those over there. More spooky branches. It's good shit. This is a crazy mess. I don't know what this is. It's like the Dark Crystal meets those creepy things from those new commercials. Bales of lumps of I don't know what. Okay, so right around here is where I had my idiotic statement, where John and Carrie were playing, and they were busting balls, and one of them said, "May all your orgasms be lousy." This is 7th grade, and I said, "Excuse me, don't you mean organisms?" And they looked at me like, like I had two heads. They were like, what fucking idiotic planet are you from? And I was like, note to self. Orgasms are not organisms. Find out what orgasms are. Oh, God. So this is the reservoir slash pond or whatever. I'm amazed it's still here, but I guess I shouldn't be. It's weird because I'm an adult now, but it actually seems bigger. That part over there, I thought the shoreline was more like, oh, sorry about my shaky hands. I thought the shoreline was more like here, not out there. So there was a door, a wooden door with cork on the other side. The cork was flaking off, and we would float out on the door out in the middle of this reservoir. And then one of us would be on the door, or two of us would be on the door, or usually it was just one. And then the other ones would be up on these hills, and we would throw cork at the door. And then John really loved this movie. I think it was called Southern Comfort. It was about all these, it was with Powers Booth and Keith Carradine. I think it was directed by Walter Hill. And it's about all, it was like this Deliverance kind of thing. Only these are like military dudes going away for a weekend, and then they ran into some like local yokels, and they had like battles. You know, people getting murdered and booby traps and all kinds of shit. And we felt like we were recreating that and or Vietnam out here in the woods, throwing the cork, capsizing the thing. And this water, I went down once just out of curiosity, and it was like, just I wanted to see how deep it was, and I went down, and it was like, it was a good 12-15 feet down. It might even been more than that, and it got pitch black really fast and icy cold really fast. And this was in the summer. And I remember I went down, and I think I touched the gooey mud at the bottom, and it gave. It was soft, and I'd already had my fucking terrifying quicksand experience, and I was like, oh, I immediately like surfaced as quickly as I possibly could. I'll never forget that feeling, that pitch blackness, that smell, and that icy cold. And then touching the black goo at the bottom of this. But we came here a lot. great time. So over there, those were orchards. You went past here, those were orchards, and there was a hill, and there were pumpkins, and I think there were pumpkin farmers or something, and we just made mischief on the hills. One time, they chased us, and it's all just developed in houses now. Again, over that way you can hear the 73 far away. It was all orchards and farms. Now it's developments and stores and shit. But this is still here after all these years. And all these woods are still here. I haven't been back here since probably 1987. Maybe before that. Probably 1986. I haven't been back here in all that time. But I lived back here in this development, in these woods, and over playing wall ball and ass ball and suicide for like 3 years. It seemed longer. It was more than that. 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th. 4 years. 4 years. Lots of good times. Running around, exercise, getting into mischief. Like I said, we spent a lot of time at John's house watching movies and shit like that. This is what I was saying before. This was all like the goldenrod. It's all like cleared out now. There's over there, that's where the development is, where I just came from. I'm gonna go up this way instead of through the woods. This is like wide open fields. It kind of was then, but it wasn't built up over there. Anyway, my hands are freezing. Warning, wastewater pipeline. Of course, we were playing in like, it wasn't like fecal water, but it was not good.